Everyone, my name is Matias, as Shirley said. I come from Argentina, which is 30 hours away. But I'm happy to be here. Some great presentations, and it's great to see it, like so much people in an event like this. At least in my country, the crypto gaming event is much less. So I'm really happy to be here. Anyways, this presentation is gonna be, so tomorrow we're speaking at China Joy. Then we have a panel with Shirley too. I'm gonna try to do a summarized version of what we're gonna speak about tomorrow, all right? Which is how I see the short-term future and not the long-term. You know, not this futuristic vision of the gaming industry, but more of a short-term vision. And then I'm gonna show you Crypto Wars, which is our first game. So yeah, let's get to it. This is basically why I believe that in maybe a year or maybe less we will be able to make a living out of gaming. I know there are some folks already doing that with CryptoKitties, as Benny said. They're just breeding cats and making a living out of that. But I believe this is gonna happen, in a mainstream way really soon. All right. And these are the three reasons why I think this is gonna happen. First, because the industry is huge. This is just now, and this is super early. So imagine what the future could look like. It's like 400 billion, gaming plus blockchain right now, and this is only going to grow. Like right now, only at like 50 million or a figure like this, people in the world know about blockchain and about cryptocurrencies. So imagine what could happen, with 2 billion or 3 billion, half of the world population. It could grow significantly. The second reason is the four benefits we have for blockchain gaming, which you already probably know. I'm going to go really fast over this. True ownership, you actually own whatever you buy. Different, it's different when you play the traditional games where you spend money and then you get nothing out of that, just like a couple hours of fun. Liquidity, you can actually make money out of the games. Cross-game interoperability and extensibility, you can transfer assets from one game to another, and you can also create side quests for games like CryptoKitties or any other game. It's great to be able to do that. It's like a new world for gaming. And then long-lasting assets. I don't like saying they're forever because you never know what's going to happen, but at least they're long-lasting, right? We have one small problem now that everyone sees like a huge problem, which is scalability. I think if you look, the long-term scalability is going to be just like a small road bump and not the huge problem everyone thinks it is. There are many solutions being developed right now. Mainly like layer 2 solutions, app-specific sidechains, Loom, Plasma, they're being developed by Ethereum. I think this is going to be solved like really soon. We're working with Loom, and we should have a public version really soon if their technology allows it. So it's not going to be a long-term problem. That's what I'm trying to say. And then there are some great teams working on some great games, right? These are just a couple. We have the Sandbox also here, the PixOwl guys. The guys from CryptoKitties with the Kittyverse. Now this is super interesting. The guys from Lucid Sight, they just signed a license with the American Baseball League, and that's gonna be potentially bring a lot of non-blockchain players, which is amazing. And then the guys from Loom, they just did a Kickstarter, the crowdfunding platform, and they raised like $300,000 or something like this to build Zombie Battleground. Which is great because they also, as they use Kickstarter, which is like a crowdfunding platform, non-blockchain crowdfunding platform, they got users from outside the blockchain world, which is what we need right now to onboard new users. And this is the one big fat problem, which is we don't have players, right? Even the games killing it as CryptoKitties, they don't have users. It's so small. Like this is the radar. You've probably heard of this. You can check, mainly, almost all the apps there, especially games, specific games. And you see CryptoKitties. This is, I think it has like a month or something. Now Gods and Chain is in the first place. But anyways, 300 people is nothing, right? Compared to Fortnite or any other like mainstream game. So the big challenge is how to onboard non-blockchain savvy users, right? And why is this happening? Like, why do we have so little players? I think there are like 3 reasons. There are no really fun games out yet. We have like some proof of concepts like CryptoKitties. You know, you can have fun for a couple of weeks, for a couple of months, but it's not like a long-lasting gaming experience. And that's why things like the Cryptoverse, or you know, like these side quests that the developers are creating might be the solution for this. I think the first reason is we don't have games or great games. The second solution is there is no friendly way to buy crypto yet. I mean, you have the exchanges and everything, but it's a complicated process, and for not tech savvy people, it's kind of complicated to do so. And then there are no friendly interfaces to interact with the networks, right? MetaMask is great, and they're doing a great work, but still, you know, it's complicated. You have to learn about gas, you have to learn about the private key, the public key. There are many things you have to learn before you can actually interact with the network. And the solution, I think, is just time. It's just a bit of time. There are some great minds and you know some amazing people working on these problems, and I think we're going to see the solutions in the next like 6 to 12 months maybe. And I hope this is going to help us scale. This is one thing we always say, and I think it's great to think it like this. It's like decentralized games are the gateway DApp. So basically, you know, games are fun to play, are attractive, are addictive. So this will help drive people into the blockchain community. And this is one example I took from one of the CryptoKitties guys from Mac, who's also part of our experimental community. I will tell you now. But anyways, this guy, you know, Brady, he basically says his wife never understood anything about the blockchain, about Bitcoin, about Ethereum, about anything. And then you know, she saw the CryptoKitties and she got hooked, and she started like understanding how it works. And this guy Brady is like super thankful to the CryptoKitties team because of this. Yeah, this is how you know the dApps ecosystem has been growing. But anyways, I don't have time for this. This is a bit how we see the ecosystem now. The vertical axis goes from simple to complex. The horizontal ones centralized to decentralized. And what we saw, and this is why we created this company, this blockchain game studio called Experimental, is because there are no really complex and decentralized games. So you have some complex games that are not fully decentralized, and you have some great games but are too simple for like a AAA or whatever. So we saw this space was empty, and we decided to create this game studio. Right? This is our first game. It's already on a private beta for our own community. You know, it's being tested right now by 300 people. Basically, you know, it's a strategy game that is fully decentralized, so everything runs on smart contracts. Okay, this is, you know, for you to like have a quick look. It's like if Clash of Clans meets O-Game. I don't know if you heard about O-Game because it's a bit old. But it was a great game, or EVE Online. So it's like if those 2 games met and had crypto wars. And all our games, they use, you know, as the in-game currency, our own token called the experimental token, which is an ERC20 Ethereum token. This is a bit of the interface, so you can learn about crypto wars. Basically, this is your main dashboard. This is like a really economy-heavy game. The main idea is that you use your brain to win tokens. I mean, if you win the battles, you can actually win money, earn experimental tokens. And obviously, if you don't do the right strategy, if you don't choose the right strategy, you're gonna lose tokens. So here you have your resources, your wealth, whatever is happening in your village, what you're building, you know, the buildings you're building, your barracks, your army, your research, your alliance. You can build an alliance to go attack other villages with your friends. So maybe like 4 or 5 people can, you know, get together and go attack all other alliances and make a bigger profit. Here you can basically create all your buildings and, you know, upgrade them. Obviously, when you upgrade a building, you get better rates for mining, or better rates for defense or for attacking. It depends. Then you can go create your army. You have to choose the right combinations of characters to go attack one specific enemy. Right now, this is like an MVP, so we created 3 characters. The main idea is we will have several characters in the upcoming months. And then you decide, for example, to attack Ina Higgins, and you will be able to take 4,000 gold, 4,000 crystal, and 4,000 quantum dust. Quantum dust is the crypto conversion for our own token, the experimental token. So these 2 are in-game currencies, but with no crypto value. And gold, quantum dust has actually market value, and you can cash it out at any time. That's the main idea. And you will know how many casualties you had. So yeah, basically you can decide if attack or not, and then decide on what's your strategy. If you'd like to test this game right now, you can go ahead now to cryptowars.jp. The JP, the Japanese domain, we get asked a lot about that, and that's basically because our main fan base is in Japan. They just love it. So you can just go there and sign up, and we'll let you know whenever you can test the game. All right. Another thing you can check out is the marketplace. We already had more than 110 or 120 transactions here. We're basically like pre-selling some Generation 0 skins. Some people spend like $2,000, $3,000 American dollars, which is crazy, but it's great too. And there's actually a free one, so you can go ahead and try to get it. There are many, so you can get them. The link is this one, marketplace.e11.io. And this is something really interesting, which is we decided to do like a different pre-sale. We saw everyone was doing ICOs and yada yada. We decided to build. Our main problem was we started thinking of how to get users to test the game. In our case, balancing the economy is a really important thing, and it's really complicated to do because most gamers, like if you're an avid gamer, you might not understand about blockchain and cryptocurrencies, and if you know about cryptocurrencies, you might not know about gaming. So it was, it's a hard audience to test the game. So we decided to do the experimental community. We decided to choose 300 people, basically like cherry pick them, and to let them in. And we let them buy like a small amount of the token, which is 1 to 10 ether. With a super, nice bonus and blah blah blah. But basically, we get like, applications every day, and we choose we select around 5% of all the applications. These are some of the people who are on it. Mike, he's the CEO at Science, the former CEO at MySpace. Shirley, she's right here, organizing this event. Vincent, who gave us a speech earlier. Gabi and Luna from Malta, and we have like many interesting people. Also, Mark from CryptoKitties, and anyways, it's a great community that helps us a lot. And basically, what does it mean to join the community? Well, you can vote for the future games. The main idea is that we're gonna keep building games, and we want this community to participate in the decisions. The token holders to participate in all the important decisions. You get to test the games earlier, in the betas, alphas, etc. And you join a selected community of like-minded people, so you basically get the same value that you add to it. And then you get like 100% bonus on the token, which is the fact that that's why most people apply, and that's why we reject most people, because we don't want speculators. We just want like builders and people actually trying to help. And yeah, anyways, we're gonna, whenever you apply, we try to have a talk with you to get to know you, to understand how you can help the company grow in the future and what your specific skill set is. So for example, when I came to Shanghai, I called first Vincent to ask him, about the Chinese community of blockchain gaming, yada yada. All right, so if you'd like to apply for this experimental community, please go ahead and do it there, e11.io. I think that's it. Thank you.
Okay, Matias, we have a couple of minutes to do some questions.
All right.
Yeah, I think the lady from Deb's got some questions for you. Hey.
Go ahead.
Hi.
This is one guy we need in our community for sure.
Yes.
I found the game very interesting, but I was wondering, when do you expect to launch the game, or at least have a beta version so players can play?
Perfect. The beta version is already online, but only for this community, for the experimental community. So they are already testing it. Our main idea is we should be able to launch it in like, I would say December, but it all depends on, we're working with Loom, Loom, the sidechain solution. So we expect to be able to launch it on December or something like this. Yeah.
Okay. Will you be able to include him in your community?
I would love to help him, yeah. Yeah, please apply.
Okay. Any other questions? Anybody? Yes. We have one more question. Yes.
Thank you for the chance. I will just talk with Crypto Ticket Keaton, and I just kind of shocked to know the user of that game is like 80%, 85% men, like only 15% women. So I think the Kitty is just like Hello Kitty. They should have the similar user group. But why in blockchain is totally different? So many men like Kitty.
Okay. So
It's strange. So I think because biggest blockchain is a block for the common game group to enter into the game.
Okay, so that's more a general question. So
Yeah,
right
so,
now,
I mean,
so
I'm gonna let Benny answer that, but anyways, to play CryptoKitties or to play any blockchain game, you gotta first understand how the blockchain works and everything, and the blockchain has a bigger audience for males. So I think that's probably the reason. But
crypto walls are probably in. But I hate to divert to that, but we can address that later.
all right.
Yes. And any other questions?
Are you able to build on top of your platform as well?
Yeah, everything is on the blockchain, so you can do whatever you want, basically. Yeah.
所以他的问题就是说，在他们的这个链上头，是不是可以再加上去，再做别的，从他们的链上头开发，对不对？这位 Bernie 会的。Okay, 应该是可以的啊。So they can keep building on your chain.
Yeah. Like all our games are, completely on the blockchain. They're fully decentralized, so that means everything is on smart contracts, and all the code is open source. So you can do basically whatever game you want, building on top of our games. Or you can reuse like a part or whatever. That's the main idea. We want the community to grow bigger. So if we can help in any way, we're happy to do so. By the way, we have a Telegram channel. We don't have a WeChat channel. So, anyways.
Yeah. Jennifer probably will be the one that can help you on that also. Okay, great.
Thank you.
So much, Matias. 给他。
喂，你好，你好吗？
你好。
好，认识你很高兴。我们是Arthur和Sebastien，我是法国人。这个 game 是沙盒。
沙盒。你是法国人，我一直以为你是阿根廷人。
Yes. All right. 英文 now.
All right. That's very good, Sebastien.
So thank you very much. I'm very proud, very happy. It's my first time in China, my first time in Shanghai. So thank you so much to organize this, and I think it's great people, great project. Very impressed about what I saw before. So I'm here to introduce the sandbox. I can tell you a little bit about myself. I began my work with BitTorrent. I was working on a BitTorrent technology in 2001 since 2006. So working on a way to be able to decentralize high definition videos when internet was very slow and it was very difficult to see good video quality. So I've been enthusiastic about decentralized technology for the very first day of internet. Then we said we sold the company and we created PixOwl, a mobile gaming company, in 2011. Here is the way I see the market. It's a huge market, like mobile gaming is a huge market, but specifically the market that we really target is Minecraft and Roblox, what we call user-generated content games, UGC games. Minecraft, Roblox has been extremely destructive. They created a new way to play, where basically players are converted in makers. Players are making the game, creating the asset of the game. So I think Minecraft was good, but it's not good anymore. Now it's very centralized. It's not free anymore. It's very difficult. You would not be able to do this on Minecraft anymore, like drug mod or create anything you want. It's very, very walled garden. So I think there is a huge opportunity to move Minecraft on the blockchain. So this is more about the market, how I see blockchain. This has been created by a company called PixOwl this week. So you see like how gaming, platform, tools, marketplace, distribution, community, and esports needs to work together to be able to create a blockchain gaming ecosystem. I won't pass so much. You can see this so about us. I've been creating the company in 2012. We still have 2 million players per month, and we did over 40 million install. But our main game, our flash game, is the Sandbox. The Sandbox have 750,000 fans on Facebook, 350,000 videos on YouTube, and over 70 million words have been created by our community in PixOwl. So this is the first Sandbox. It's not on the blockchain. This is the kind of work that players are being able to do. It's like they do pixel art, mini games, pixel games, pixel art with different kind of creation, and they are sharing it in the gallery. So it's a pure 2D Minecraft where players are able to share their creation. So now where are we in terms of the blockchain? We think CryptoKitties open a huge opportunity for NFT marketplace. So basically everybody heard about CryptoKitties, and I think they probably developed the very first way to use a blockchain for players. So non-fungible tokens is probably one of the very first standards in the blockchain gaming. So what we want to achieve for Sandbox is to be the first user-generated content NFTs marketplace. So instead of making the cat created by AxionZen or by CryptoKitties, the item of the game will be created by the players. So this I will pass, like decentralization, true ownership, and possibility to cash out. So here we're going to show a very first image of the game, which is a new Sandbox on the blockchain. So all the items has been made and created by players. The characters, the dialogues.
Is this in real time when they create this?
No, they created before.
Okay.
We're going to explain how the editors, asset editors, marketplace, and gaming experience is off-chain. So let me get in a little bit into more details about how we are planning to build the Sandbox. So the first step is to create content, like to make players able to create content for our game. So basically the game is made by players. We develop a voxel editor. We think Minecraft and Roblox made 100 millions of players having the skills like digital Lego to be able to know how to create those assets. So you have like millions of artists, kids, families that really knows about how to use voxel and digital assets without scripting, with a complicated knowledge and with a real sense of how to create very beautiful and interesting voxel assets. What we did also is like you're able from our editors to import from other voxel editors like Magica Voxel, Cinema 4Ds, which is existing editors that can be imported and converted in our format. So the second step is a marketplace, the user-generated content marketplace that we will launch like probably during September, where players gonna create a profile, put their asset in the marketplace and define a price. The different way to value those assets can be like how many items I'm gonna have. For example, if I create only one dragon that can only be used on one game once, it's not the same value that if I create like millions of trees that have unlimited copyright and I can resell it anytime I want. So we really expect people to be extremely creative. That's what we have been able to do and to see in our previous version, that like the creativity of players are much higher than any team. Here in the room, we cannot compete with 1,000 players creating by their own. So then the game itself. So first the editor, then the marketplace, and then what we call the box. So the box, it's a land, it's a limited size Minecraft land, let's say, where players will be able to place their assets and invite and define some rules inside their virtual box. They will be able to create their own gaming experience. So we don't develop any preset about what the game players will do. Like they can do any game they want. It can be like just a group chat, like they play those assets and they make a private or semi-private or full public box where people just come to chat, or they can do a soccer game, or they can do a battle royale game, or they can do like very Minecraft style, like just a game where people are building and crafting together. So maybe I can just
These are created by the users.
Yes, all this is created by the user. So here we give some example, but we don't know what players will do inside their box. So we believe they probably do like, because of Minecraft, the build and craft experience, and maybe an RPG experience, maybe more just a very social experience, maybe gambling experience. Like as soon as you give some very little scripting SDK, they can do whatever they want. So maybe I'm gonna let Seb introduce a bit our token and how we're gonna make those players able to make money on their creation on our gaming platform.
Thank you, Arthur. So let me tell me a little bit more about the blockchain aspect of the Sandbox platform. First, we'll have our own token. It will be an ERC20 fungible token called Sand. It will allow the players and creators to buy the assets over the marketplace, to trade their own gaming experience, and later on, eventually, will also use it for things such as governance and community-driven features. We'll also have NFTs. There are more precisely 3 types of different NFTs. As Arthur mentioned, we have the box, which is the land where players create their own gaming experience and place their items. The assets, the main items, those 2 NFTs can be created by different profile of creators. With assets, it can be just an artist using the 3D editor that we provide. I'll show here. So here, as an artist, you provide the assets and that creates those gaming experience. As a game creator, you come, you shop, you buy probably dozens or hundreds of these assets. assets on the marketplace. We will also make a lot of them for free, of course. So you'll be able to place them in your world, decorate, script a little bit, and create the gaming experience that will then be played by the players. Our economy model is mostly based on traditional marketplace models. So the more players we have, the more items we have, the more creators we have, the better it is for the whole ecosystem. It's a very simple diagram here, and game creators can monetize through different ways. They can, for example, charge a small fee for players to enter, or they can decide to go in a traditional free-to-play model where you can play for free and eventually buy to get some premium services, additional items, etc. This is our team.
Yeah, I'm gonna go quickly. We have been doing games for 7 years. We have developed many expertise in development, user acquisition, business intelligence, game design, and that's why we believe our team is able to ship a great game on the blockchain, but mainly first an amazing game. We have been able to create a team that is extremely motivated, and we were in Hong Kong last week. We won second prize at Nifty's hackathon. So we believe our team understood really well the development of smart contract and how to build the product we define. Also, as we had the chance as advisor to have amazing people, like probably the most famous is Ed Fries. We created Xbox. He's a Minecraft fanatic since day one. We have Yatsu, who is based in Hong Kong and CEO and founder of Animoca Brands. Mick, who is a partner and founder of CryptoKitties. CDO of Art, which is one of the first startups that decided to tokenize real art. Matthew and Pablo, among others. Like we will be announcing like many new advisors next week. Where we are now, we are almost ready to launch the marketplace with the Voxel editor. And we have a fully working demo. So thank you very much. I'm happy to answer, we're happy to answer any question and you to join our WeChat. Again, we'll have this presentation translated in Chinese to be sure everything is clear. Thank you very much.
谢谢你们。
Thank you. 我们有什么问题吗？
抱歉，只能中文问啊。我想问一下，因为刚才看到了游戏里面是可以有一些这个制作的、创作的成分。我想问一下，就是玩家在里面他可能创造了一些游戏，但这些游戏会涉及到交易吗？
Oh, so the user-generated content and the small games inside the sandbox, are they going to be able to do some trading and do some transactions?
I will answer. So yes, that's the idea. You can not only trade the assets that you use to create those bots, but you can eventually decide to sell your own game, so someone else will buy it, improve it, or resell it. Additionally, because all those are NFTs available on the blockchain, we can imagine, and it's fully decentralized, so we can imagine there will be third-party developers using our assets into their own games and not the sandbox platform, which would be an ever greater use.
Yeah. Any other question? Yes, gentleman.
我想问一下，我直接说好了。我想问一下，就是如果我们在这个游戏里面加入了区块链的技术，那么是否会提高游戏的基本配置？一些低功耗的芯片是否还能去执行 Minecraft 这种类型的游戏？
Oh, okay. So with the blockchain involved in creating these games, he was wondering if the computing powers of the PC side would require a lot more powerful machines to drive it.
No, we think the game will work perfectly on PC. But what we are trying to achieve is to make a better game than Minecraft that has better rendering, better graphics. Because Minecraft is already a 10 years old, 12 years old game. So definitely what you can feel and what you can perceive from this video is like it's going to be we expect a much more beautiful and much more performant game than Minecraft now.
Okay. 还有一个问题吗？很 urgent somebody to ask a question. Yes.
Yeah, I'll just pick out. Sure, it's great that you can. This platform support players to create to be as creative as possible. It's not working, sorry. But is there any rule that you made to make the world a better world in this like the game? I mean, or just the users can just do whatever they want to be,
To create stuff, to create maybe as many items as they want, or is there any basic rules? Thanks.
No, like the only rule is like there is no rule.
Okay.
No, but like we really want players to do really whatever they want. On the first sandbox, on the mobile version, we try to guide them, like to put some preset, but like it just affects their creativity. Like if you look at Roblox, for example, like you can do a pizza store, you can do hide and seek, you can do any games that people want. And how we're going to moderate this is basically if you don't create a game, nobody will come to play. It's also what's happening with Minecraft servers. Like you don't need to put rules. Like even some text rules at the very beginning when you enter a box, you just put the rules textually. And if you have players who doesn't want to follow those rules, like you just like the owner of the box can kick them out, and or like it's not interesting to play if they come without following the rules. We really believe like community, they just decide what they want together. Like we use many examples like dices or like any games. If we decide all together some rules, it's kind of obvious. Every players want to follow the rules to enjoy and to have fun.
Okay. Well, without any moderation, we all know UGC. Somebody's gonna put something porn in there.
Yeah,
How
but
do you prevent some of those?
yeah, but Sandbox, like for the last six years, we have 50 million words uploaded. So we know we already experience, and you will be surprised. It's much less than you think because it takes time to do a great game. It takes time to upload it. So like it's not just like you draw sexual icons or whatever, and like it takes more time than this. So as soon as to be a creator, you need to basically engage yourself, buy a token, convert it as an NFT, log in. So it's not just like anonymous things that you do. But of course, moderation is extremely exciting for the blockchain, like for governance and moderation token. That's something we are really work to see how we can use our token to be completely community-driven moderation.
Okay. So the barrier to be mastering in the creation. Now, the normal, like me, I don't created this kind of thing. Would it be like very high barrier for me to learn about that?
Like our main targets are Minecraft and Roblox players, and
Okay.
Minecraft and Roblox creators. There are many now, and they're kind of excited. We believe like this market is only 2 games and could be like many. So there is a huge public. And to answer your question, like how you can become a creator, probably reusing the creation of others, like changing colors, more doing fan art from existing creation, than creating from scratch yourself. Just like making it like your color or your favorite team, or like this would be very easy to redraw an existing creation.
Okay. So it is definitely a PC version, web version.
Yeah.
Okay, great. Okay, I think our time is up for the next one.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.